Hi everybody, welcome back. So this is just going to be a chit chat, get ready with me while I put together this look for filming. All the products I used will be listed in the description box down below, and I hope you guys enjoy. So here I am, no makeup. I've already primed my face and my eyes. So I'll have everything listed in the description box below. This isn't a talk through tutorial or anything like that. This is a get ready with me where I do my makeup and I chat with you guys about what's going on with my life. So I just mixed together my foundation, which is MAC, the Studio Waterweight foundation, and the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, the liquid, and Opal that's in my Project 20 Pan Roulette. I mixed those together. I wanted to try out the Becca, and I wanted something a little bit more hydrating on my skin today because I've been dealing with a little bit of dryness. So anyway, I just thought it would be fun to do a get ready with me and chat with you guys because I don't always throw in a lot of personal information in my videos. So a lot of people have been asking how the family life is going, and everything is going really well. William is wonderful. He's still dealing with a little bit of sleep issues, as in that he doesn't like to sleep during the day, but he will sleep very well at nighttime, which is really great. He's usually goes anywhere from 7:30 to 8:30 at night and will sleep till around 5:30 or 6:30 in the morning. So that's been amazing. I'm so happy about that. It means I can get some stuff done at the night. It means he's less cranky too, and he's a lot of fun. It's really nice when he's in a good mood, and he's been laughing a lot. He recently discovered the joy of squealing, and he really likes being tickled and like playing with his toys, and he will just full out on belly laugh and squeal. It's just, it's so much fun to see him do that and see him enjoying everything and discovering new things. William has his 4-month shots coming up soon because he will be officially 4 months on the 7th, which is crazy. Where has the time gone? So Christmas, as you can probably imagine, was a lot of fun. Although I'm really excited for all the Christmases to come because I think it'll just keep getting better every year. I hope the lighting is better in this video. I keep playing around with things and like different settings, and I'm still not entirely happy with everything. I really wish I had natural light so badly. I watch people who use natural light in their videos. I'm like, oh, it looks so good. Everything looks so pretty, and I get so frustrated because I don't have anywhere I can film in this house that I would have natural light. Because most often, I mean, I can't film during the day anyway, like right now. I don't really have the time for that, so it's everything's in the night anyway. But I mean, just saying, I wish I had the ability to use natural light because I do think that it looks so much better for filming. So yeah, there's not a whole lot to talk about when it comes to William because everything is going fairly well. I did take him to the pediatrician just before the new year, just because I was a little concerned about the amount he was spitting up, but the pediatrician said it was normal, there was nothing to worry about. He seemed perfectly fine and like was developing wonderfully, and like there wasn't a thing she could see that was wrong with him. So I was really happy about that, obviously. I did think he was spitting up a lot, but I guess it's just like the new mom worry kind of things where everything seems unusual and you're not really sure what you should be expecting. We got him weighed and everything there, and he at that time was 14 pounds and 10 ounces. I can't remember his height, but I do remember the pediatrician saying that he was above average for height and for the circumference of his head and at an average weight. So that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Every day he seems to be picking up new things, learning new things. It's just an absolute joy to watch him. So that's pretty much everything to update you guys with on William because like I said, everything's been going pretty well. There's no like huge major breakthroughs or anything right now. Like he's not sitting up on his own yet. He's obviously not talking, you know, not moving around on his own. He is still a little boy, and I'm hoping he will stay that way for a little while longer. Other stuff going on with me. I am doing a play, I believe I mentioned in my last video, which is a community theater group. It's an original play I'm playing a character whose name is Zoe, and she is Wiccan and a little out there. We've had a couple of rehearsals. It's been fun. We have rehearsals 3 times a week. Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. The show opens the end of February too, so we don't have a lot of rehearsal time. But it's been a really fun experience so far. I'm really enjoying it. It seems like a pretty good group of people. We all seem to get along pretty well. So it's been fun, and it's really close to where I live, so I don't have to worry about traveling very far, which is something that I was worried about when I wanted to try and get back into theater, was having to travel into town, because I live like in the suburbs, and like the downtown city is where a lot of the theater stuff happens, so it's not always easy for me to do that, and it wasn't always easy for me to do that before William anyway. I did do a 24-hour theater event that was a few days after Christmas, just before the new year, and that was a lot of fun. I thought about vlogging it and then decided at the last minute not to, and I really wish I had. I got a little nervous about having to like explain to people like what I'd be doing, because obviously you can't just like record people. I couldn't just be there like talking to myself without anybody being like, hey, what you doing? So I got a little nervous about that and decided no, I shouldn't do it, because having to explain it. And accidentally I started following some people from my Facebook with my Instagram, which if any of you follow me on Instagram will know that I use my Instagram pretty much to like promote my YouTube channel and do other project panning and like my sample project and all that stuff through there. I wasn't thinking that they would obviously find my YouTube channel if I follow them on Instagram and they clicked onto my account. And so I've had a few people mention it to me, being like, hey, I've been watching your videos. And it's always a little embarrassing, just because it's like, oh, this is someone who kind of knows me and they're seeing another side of me. So it's just a little bit awkward, a little uncomfortable, but I really should have just gone ahead and vlogged it, because I think it would have been a really fun thing to vlog. Because essentially what it is you're putting together a piece of theater in 24 hours. So you have the writers who have roughly 12 hours to put together their script, and then the director and actors come in and have roughly 12 hours until showtime to put together their little shows. So I was a director and I had 4 actors, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I think if I get the opportunity to do it next year, I'd see if I could be an actor, just to get the different experience of it. To do various theater stuff is fun. I wish I had the opportunity to do it more. It's just, it doesn't work out for me. It never really has. I was thinking about this today, because I find like sometimes with the people, I feel like I'm constantly 15 years old. I feel like some of the people still treat me like I was like back then, and I feel like I made a lot of mistakes, and I feel like people still see me for nothing but the mistakes I made when I was, you know, a teenager. And it's not fair, but it's what people do. But things were a little difficult for me. There was a lot of stuff going on like behind the scenes that I don't think a lot of them realized was going on. And so there was just a lot of stuff going on. So like the core group of people who are around my age, who are putting together shows and doing amazing jobs doing theater, are people who I just don't really connect with anymore. And it's kind of how I feel a little bit about the panning community. And I was thinking about that today, because I really, every year when it comes to like a New Year's resolution, usually I just tell myself I want to be more positive, because I can be a really negative person. It's just something that I really need to work on, that can be really hard to work on, because I get so caught up with anger sometimes and frustration. And like, for instance, I was looking at Instagram today and I saw someone who had posted something about like, tell me your favorite project panners so I can find new people to watch. And it's one of those things where it's like, as soon as I clicked on the comments, there was a part of me that was like, oh, I wonder if anybody mentioned me. That would be cool. And then no one mentioned me, and I was like, oh, okay. I guess I'm not very memorable then, which just all of a sudden it made me feel sort of like bad, and I was feeling like a little upset, and then, you know, go through all those stages where it's like I feel a little bit angry. It's like, oh, these are people who like I thought I was friends with, and they're talking about all these other project planners, and then it's like, wait, why am I getting so angry about this? This is so stupid. Like, there's so many different reasons why somebody would mention somebody else and not me, and like it's not all about me. I feel like I'm on the outside. I feel like I just really want to be included with everything that's going on, and like when there's big like community-wide tags or projects and I'm overlooked, it's like that people don't even remember that I'm doing it, or just don't even know that I'm doing it, which is a whole other thing. It's one of those, I had one of those moments at the 24-hour theater because people were asking who the writer of the show was that I was directing, and they were asking one of the actors in the play, and the actor's like, oh, I don't know who this person is, like I've never really heard of them before. And then they're like, oh yeah, okay, well who's directing it? And when they were like pointing to me, they're like, oh, she is, and you could see everyone going, oh yeah, okay, because no one knew who I was. I don't know what I can do to like help make it better, and so that those kind of things don't bother me anymore. If anybody has any advice on how I can like let go of anger and, you know, jealousy, let me know, because I would really appreciate it, because it gets exhausting. I should also mention that I'm not using a lot of Project Pan items. I don't know if you guys were watching how much of the makeup I was using, but I decided a while ago to let the filming time be like fun time for makeup and not worry too much about using Project Pan items, because I will use them during the day and for, you know, everyday uses. And I felt like a little stuck with my YouTube channel for a while there. I felt like I wasn't going anywhere. I felt like I was like, I had reached a stalemate, and I was like, okay, I need to find something else to do here, and I need to like bring more people in. And people kept saying like, okay, you can't concentrate on that. You can't concentrate on having more subscribers. And it's not about subscribers, I guess. It's more about engagement. But it just tends to be that the more people you have who are subscribed to you, the more engagement you have in your channel, and the more fun it is to do projects like this, and the more fun it is to talk about makeup and do these kind of videos where you can sit down and talk to people about the products you're loving or the products you're not loving, what you've used, using up products, and, you know, the various challenges going on. And I had noticed earlier today, I think at some point I hit 1,600 subscribers, and I just thought that was so cool. Like this year where I'm like, yes, I am so ready to go. So I think maybe people are picking up on that I'm, you know, trying to work on myself and in many different layers. And anyway, that goes back to the makeup thing, because sometimes I'm panning stuff, more often than not, I'm panning stuff that doesn't quite work for me anymore. It could be for a number of different reasons. It could be like the formula doesn't work for me. It could be something like with foundations and concealers, where I finally discovered better matches for my skin, my undertones and everything. So I don't want to use a warm tone foundation on camera, because it just doesn't look the greatest. It makes me look like I'm a little bit incompetent. And I get people like who will still comment on old videos who are like, you know, like your foundation doesn't match, and this doesn't look good, and this doesn't look good. It's like, I know, but hey, I was still learning, and I'm still learning. I'm not a professional makeup artist. I just love makeup. I love that you have a lot of creativity with it. I love that you can be whoever you want to be when you put on makeup. You can decide who you want to be for the day. I can decide if I want to do something like I did today and be a little bit darker and a little bit grungier, or I could do something a little bit retro with like a big cat eye and red lipstick. And I feel like it like affects who I am too and how I act, because I feel more confident if my makeup looks good, because I feel like I look good. And that's one of the things about makeup. It's like I'm pretty confident in my own skin these days. Things have changed a lot for me in that regard, and I feel a lot more comfortable with who I am. But makeup makes me feel better, which is why I like to take the time to put it on. I'm gonna have to say that my brows are really annoying me these days. I want to have them grow a little bit more. Like I want to fill them out. I feel like a bigger like denser brow would be more flattering. So I was looking at some old pictures and my eyebrows were like a lot better naturally before, a lot fuller, and I think that had something to do with not plucking them at all. I've been really jealous of people with like those beautiful like fluffy natural brows. Mine are just so sparse and patchy, so I've been trying not to pluck at all. I don't know if that's gonna make a whole lot of difference. I read something about it saying that like if you stop plucking any parts of your brows, then your brows will grow faster or better or something. I don't know. I have to do a little bit more research. If anybody knows or has done it before, grown their brows out a little bit more, let me know. Because I feel like they're just too small for my face shape, but I've never really done anything to them besides pluck the occasional hairs, usually around the ends, because I find the ends get really messy. I just posted on my Instagram asking if anyone would be interested in a pan that palette advice or Q&A video, so I'd like to open that up to you guys too. If you have any questions or would like to know anything specific about pan that palette and my journey and you know what I found works for me or doesn't work for me, let me know in the comments. Even just let me know if you'd be interested in that kind of video, because I think it might be useful. I get a lot of comments sometimes in various places where people ask for, you know, advice and tips and tricks and stuff that I learned, so I thought maybe a video would be a good idea if that's something that people would be interested in. Can we talk about this highlighter though for a second? I know it looks a little crazy, I'm gonna fix that, but this is the Kat Von D Thunderstruck. It's like all I've been using for a highlight recently, even with my Pan That palette, because I don't think that Road Stripe is the best highlight. Road Stripe is more of like a transformative color, I find, because it's like this beautiful duochrome, but I find as a highlight it really depends on what you're pairing it with, as opposed to Thunderstruck, which is just like so freaking beautiful. I really want Kat Von D to come up with a palette of those metal crush eyeshadows. Can we talk about this blush for a second too? This is a MAC blush from their Fairy Whispers collection. This is Cheek Pollen. I made a MAC purchase before 2016 because I was like, I'm going on a low buy, although I've already bought something from Sephora, and I know people probably gonna be like, oh my god, you're crazy, you said you were going on like a low buy. I know, but I've been dealing with really cracked, flaky lips. I think because we have the heat on so high in our house, because it's been a lot colder here, and we have to keep the heat up because of William, unlike last year where we really didn't keep the heat up a lot because we weren't home. So the heat was on like 10 as opposed to like 15 to 20 that it's on now, and it's really taking its toll on my skin and my lips. So I ordered the Bite Agave lip mask. That was the only thing I bought. I'm planning on doing a update kind of video at the end of every month with like a what I bought thing, and just kind of be upfront with the things that I purchased beauty wise. That's why I didn't want to do a no buy. I just wanted to make smart purchases. I didn't have a lip mask or even a really strong lip balm that was working for me. Even with exfoliating my lips were still so flaky and dry, and like they still are so flaky and dry. I can't wait for that stuff to get here because I've heard so many good things and that it works so well. One of the things I'm hoping to do over 2016 is to increase the quality of my makeup brushes. I need some better brushes. There's some things that I don't have at all. I really want a brush specifically for highlighting. I need something a little bit smaller, and I want a brush, a flat definer brush for like under eye area. I've been watching tutorials where people have been using that, and I'm like, yes, that's what I need. I'm missing that. So I'm hoping to make smart purchases like that over the course of 2016, as opposed to being like, it's a new pretty eyeshadow palette and I want it. Although speaking of, they're coming out with another Vice palette, but it looks like it's an Ulta exclusive, which is like good for me, but also bad for me because I love the Vice palettes. And I'm just so mad when companies that target other countries do like releases that are essentially US only. Because when they do Ulta exclusives, there's no one who can purchase from Ulta except for Americans, except for if you happen to be traveling to the States. So it gets really frustrating. I know that's totally first world problems. I love mixing this liquid lipstick. It's Kat Von D Noble. So I've been playing around my MAC stuff for like filming while I've been using my other stuff. During the day, all my project pan stuff, my palette palette stuff. But let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing a video, like a get ready with me, where I specifically use those products. I can give you guys some tips, some tricks on how I use those things if you guys would be interested. I know a lot of people have voiced interest in seeing the looks I come up with the Vice palette, the LTD palette. So let me know if you guys would be interested in that, and specifically what kind of things you would be interested in seeing, because I really want to make videos that you guys want to watch and have fun watching, because that's what this is all about. It's so much fun sharing with you guys. So anyway, finished look here. I'll probably pop on some false eyelashes before I go to film my empties, which is what I'm hoping to film next. I've been trying to film it for 3 weeks. It's been so frustrating. I've been cut off and the lighting has been bad, or something was off with like my makeup and things just like showed really poorly on camera, and I got really frustrated, and so I've scrapped the video so many times. And empties take a long time to film. They're quite long videos generally because you're giving all these little mini reviews about all these products. So I keep gathering products. I've been gathering products over the last couple of weeks when I should have done a video a long time ago, and nightmare. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit more about me. I love chatting with you guys. Let me know if you have any questions that I didn't answer in this video in the comments down below, and I'll answer you there. Also, let me know if you have any questions for my palette advice video. I always ask you guys for suggestions, and you guys are so wonderful with that, so thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video today. I really truly appreciate it, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye.